If you love tabletop RPGs and plan on visiting Tokyo, you have to check out the Yellow Submarine RPG shop in Akihabara. Yellow Submarine is a retail chain that specializes in game and hobby-related products. And of the 25 branches found throughout Japan, the Akihabara location is the only one that specializes in tabletop RPGs. The store is open every day of the week and recently moved to a convenient location that's less than 10 minutes from Akihabara Station. Relative to other big-name otaku stores in the area like the Mandarake Complex, Animate, Hobby Off, and even Games Workshop, this Yellow Submarine is a relatively small space. However, it easily has one of the biggest selections of RPGs, board games, and vintage tabletop consignment in the city. I mean, check out all these minis. One that really stood out to me was this adult Kruthic mini from the Demon Web expansion to the 2008 D&D miniatures game. While browsing the board game section, I found a copy of the new adventure game based on the manga Delicious in Dungeon. I don't know if you folks have seen that on Netflix yet, it's incredible. I was told that this game is based on a card game called Monster Maker by Genichiro Suzuki. It seemed really popular. The Call of Cthulhu section is actually the biggest RPG section in the store. Call of Cthulhu is easily the most popular imported tabletop RPG in Japan, and to many, it's actually their first point of entry into the hobby compared to, say, D&D in the West. I mean, there were at least 4 or 5 Call of Cthulhu books for every D&D book in the store. It was really neat to see. And of course, had to check out the Japanese made TTRPGs. We're actually working on a podcast series diving into the different mechanics and formats of RPGs found throughout Asia, and this was really inspiring to see, and I actually picked up some books that we're going to be using for the first episode of this. Now this one I recognized, Shinobigami. This one's great because you can actually find it in English. There's an official translation by Kodadama Heavy Industries, and the game itself is really different because it's part like narrative game, board game, and even secret identity game. Quick detour, while I was looking at Japanese games, I found Western products that were translated into Japanese like Hardmaster, Torg Eternity, there was also Cyberpunk, Warhammer, One Ring, even had copies of like Paranoia and Pugmire translated into Japanese. That was really cool, but then, after looking at Pugmire, something caught my eye. This is what I came here for, the core rulebooks for the most popular Japanese fantasy RPG, Sword World. The current edition of Sword World has 3 core books and each one retails for 900 yen. That's about 8 Canadian dollars. I had no excuse not to buy these. And because I'm working on a new game, I had to check out their supply section to see what they had. A couple of things really stood out. First were these packs of origami paper. They had designs on them that you can combine to form little, maps for your miniatures. Really, really neat concept with the forests, the dungeons, and the ruins. I didn't buy any of them, but I thought they were really cool and they stood out to me. I wish my Japanese was good enough because then I would have bought these incredible books on TTRPG design. I mean, they had a whole guidebook on graphic design. Who wouldn't want that? Now, if you're still watching this video, you're probably like me and you're a sucker for miniatures. I saw these acrylic standees and thought they were really cute and, convinced myself that I needed them for playtesting in the new game. So I bought a whole bunch of these that I'm going to be using at some upcoming cons this year. They're really cute, and I hope that my table really likes them. At the end, I had to throw some money at the Gashapon machine to grab myself a Yellow Submarine keychain. I absolutely loved visiting this store, and if you're a TTRPG fan and you find yourself in Tokyo, Yellow Submarine in Akihabara is a must visit.